Now, does Airbnb have a discrimination problem? If you're not familiar, Airbnb is a website for people to find, rent and list properties all around the world. But some African American users have noticed they're being rejected from renting seemingly available properties time and time again. Greg Selden is one of those. He's 25 and he lives in Virginia. He tweeted about his experience using the hashtag AirbnbWhileBlack along with many others.
This was actually last year. When I was going to Philadelphia, I inquired about a space that was listed as available. And once I reached out to the host, he got back to me the next morning just to let me know that the space was no longer available. I didn't think anything of it at that point. I just continued my search to look at a few other places. But I ended up running into the space again and saw that it was available. And that's when I realized my first issue with Airbnb.
So you'd applied and they said it wasn't available, but it was still being advertised. How did you feel at that moment?
At that point, I got a little curious to kind of investigate and see why, he might have told me that the space was unavailable. And that's when I made the additional profiles and reached out to him.
So tell me about those additional profiles that you created.
Yeah, so for the two additional profiles I created, I made sure to make them, well, for one, the same demographics as myself. So it was the same age, education level, same information, but it was a white male. And then I made another one just to see if, maybe my age was an issue. So I made another one as an older white male.
And what happened when you applied for that same property with these new profiles?
So with the new profiles, when I reached out to the host, he actually ended up accepting both of my requests.
And how did that make you feel?
Honestly, I was a little shocked and disappointed. I wasn't sure what about my profile was so much more different other than the color of my skin that would make him want to deny me. So along with that was definitely a ball of frustration.
But it's difficult to know for certain the reasons why some people are being rejected. We got in touch with the host in question. He said Greg was really rejected because it's a hassle cleaning if someone's staying only for one night, and his wife isn't comfortable with young male guests staying at the house when her husband is away. But when we asked him why he was accepting other young white male guests, he said although he's accepted African Americans before, in this case, it just didn't feel right. It was a gut feeling.